What is up? What is up, everybody? It's Mark the Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Inc. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by my tag partner, Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And like always, we got tons of wrestling to cover. But first, we got our wrestling retrospect, and I picked Starlight Kid, and that'll be the person we'll be highlighting today. My first match was part of Stardom, the High Speed Championship. This is when Starlight Kid won it. This was September 22nd, 2021. I believe this was her second time with the title. This is versus Natsupoi, Natsupoi, versus
Hmm.
Starlight Kid. And I think Starlight Kid murdered her. So they went pretty hard at it. Again, I think this is a fast. I think the speed championship. It's like a 15-minute time limit. They don't get the long, they're 30 minutes or 20-minute matches. I think they're shorter round, but they run faster. Kind of like the WWE speed stuff. They run just really fast. Um, so she got hit. She hit her with the backflip. She pushed up. She lifted her head back up because she didn't want to finish her yet. She tombstoned her like a alternate tombstone. Picked her, went up for the pin, picked her back up, and then fucking dragon suplexed the shit out of her, and it looked like she was an accordion, and she won the title. So she went evil in that last match, but this was a good back and forth. I got to see more of Natsubui because she actually has some good stuff.
Okay. The first one I picked is Starlight Kid versus Velka. It says December 22nd. No, December 29th, 2022. Uh, it is on the JWW, Japan Woman Wrestling YouTube. Uh, I don't think this is for any championship, and I do not believe Starlight Kid is the champion. Uh, but I think this was probably one of the first matches of Velcros that I saw, so that's why I went back to it. I think this is probably one of the best showcases for both of them because in terms of speed,
Yeah,
they are both very, 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 very fast. Um, the match itself they have here is like it's only 7 minutes, but it is extremely uh, high paced. It's almost like it's good for them to wrestle each other so much again, just
yeah,
because when you go at that speed, it makes it uh less of an incident that stuff will not flow as well. So I think not just these two, but Starlight Kid and like all those girls from her class, I
yeah,
guess you could say, they all work together really, really well. Um, this one I just like because you can see Delka's character versus her, where her nickname is Toxic Spider, so she does a lot of well, when she does certain moves and stuff, the way she ends them is almost like I would say an arachnid pose, but she does strike very specific poses. She has her own unique kind of what do you call that thing that Andrade does when he goes in the ropes?
Oh, like the
Aikido.
oh yeah, okay, I know, like the spider
Yeah, he has
walk
his
and shit.
own. She
Okay,
has her own thing that's even more complicated, which I think is cool and you should see. And then Starlight Kid obviously has her thing where she has like the 619 type of deal.
yeah,
So again, they flow back and forth. They do the strong style thing where they hit each other. It's a lot of that.
nice.
Starlight Kid like almost wins, but it's like she loses to like this. Well, she doesn't lose. She counters this disgusting. I don't know the name of it, unfortunately. The submission again, something I've never seen before.
Yeah,
And then she slides out and like doesn't fully get out because the girl doesn't let her. So she bridges herself after countering the submission to push her down, and the other girl and Delco can't push her up in time. It's really ridiculous.
Nice.
So she wins.
Cool. My second match is Saya Kamati. Kamati. Kami. Kamati. Kamati.
Hmm.
Versus Starlight Kid. This is Stardom's Midsummer Championship 2022. This was the white belt. That's how I'm going to describe it. This is the finals of the white belt. So Starlight Kid versus her. This was a pretty insane match. I saw Dragon Sleeper on the apron, which don't look like it hurt. It looked like it hurt a lot. This was actually a very heavy technician match though. Like she was going for a leg throughout the whole match. Um, and then going for you know that I forgot what it's called. The Biggie used it as a submission. He put the leg over the head and like stood up and
Oh,
um
the stretch off.
yeah, yeah. She was going after this chick's leg a lot, and that's how she did it. She countered a Spanish fly, as in she was going up and made it look like a crossbody. I don't know if it was purpose or accidental, but it looked pretty cool. So they both flew up, but I think one let go at least, and then she kind of landed like a crossbody. So it kind of made it look like they did it on purpose, but I don't think they did it on purpose. It just looked cool. Um, but Starlight Kid gets caught and gets the finisher. It was like a Phoenix Splash. She got Phoenix Splash and it was over. But this match was insane, and that Dragon suplex on the apron is not cool. Not cool at all. But she was a little evil, so there you go. That's my second one.
Okay, the second one I have is Datura and Momo Watanabe versus Hiromi and Starlight Kid. They have this one as December 26, 2015.
Yeah,
This is another early stardom, different ring setup, and these like I don't know Starlight Kid's age, but this is probably
she's pretty
from
young.
around the same time period
Yeah,
of AZM and her like fighting against each other. So I assume they are both super young. Maybe she's like 16, 17. This is 2015, so that's a little while ago. Um, and this tag match, but it's interesting because the girl who put it up, she's in the match, but I believe she's a Mexican luchador.
okay.
So it's like a clash of styles with one of the girls here. Um, and even again, even though they're so young, they're already super good, super crisp in the ring. Like their drop kicks are spot on. When Starlight Kid gets in, it's almost like there's not too much that she added to her uh, repertoire, except we fine tune some stuff. You know what I mean? And then she got a lot meaner.
Yes.
She's not. She's nowhere near as mean as she is like recently. She actually almost looks like a female tiger mask because her mask is white and yellow,
Yeah, she had like
and
very bright ones in the earlier
she's
part.
wearing yeah, she's wearing all white.
Nice,
Looks like one arm, only one arm is yellow. Actually, it kind of reminds me like a Chelsea outfit,
nice.
like the way she would have one arm sleeved,
Yeah,
just like that. Um, Again, it's just I don't know what to say except damn, she's good. Like at a young age, she's really good. Like the way she moves on the ropes, and then just the way she takes the moves from the other girls. It looks like she's dying. It really does. So this one's pretty good. I recommend you watch it. Her partner actually gets pinned, so she doesn't lose the match. And it's like a counter into like this really tight like roll up. Like she reversed it. She reversed her. Well, it's not reverse. She she her partner did running knees, and then when she caught the girl, the legs went up, and she tucked the legs behind her. So that was pretty cool.
nice.
So there you go.
All right. My last match, I had to find it, but I couldn't get the information for this match. But I kind of found something else that I was like, I'll highlight that. So this is a tag match with Io Shirai and HZK. I don't know who that is, but she looks familiar.
I
I think
think
that's actually
she's another girl that the three letters are
my fault.
like an abbreviation of her name. So I think her name is Hazuki or something like
Oh,
that.
okay. Um, yeah. So this Io Shirai was the red belt champion. Um, but yeah, I got confused for it. Starlight Kid and AZM as a tag team versus Io Shirai and AZK. This was 2017, November 4th. Um, so you could tell like this is like their version of the Young Dragons kind of thing. They're extremely tiny, and they look like they're kids about to fight two adults, and that's exactly what it looks like. I think HZK was the pink. She had the pink title. Io Shirai had the red title. So they were the champions of something. But this match started off with the two girls taking advantage while Io Shirai was celebrating, and they drop kicked her. But for the rest of the match, this was just an ass whooping and a half until like the ending where they almost take the match over Io Shirai. But HZK kicks AZM in the head, and then Io Shirai kind of takes over and takes down Charlotte Kid. But they worked so much in tandem. Like their tag team shit between her and AZM are fucking insane. Like their timing is impeccable. And this is again that they're not. I bet they're not older than like 18 in this match. They're really young. They look like teenage kids. Like they don't look that old. But they got beaten down like they're regular ass adults. But it's a really good match. I had a lot of good little spots with submissions and things like that, and highlighted them as well. So definitely check it out. It was actually good. Her mask was like bright white and yellow, so you could tell this was like very early in. That would be the last one.
And the last one I picked is from the Startup channel on YouTube. It says they put it up August 4th, 2023. I believe this is a part of their tournament, the 5 star, the GP, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it says the date of the tournament was actually 7/23 of last year. So there you go. I believe this is one of the matches, as neither one is the champ. Yes, Natsupoi is not the champion. Okay, so is that girl again, and versus Starlight Kid. Obviously, this one is much later. They're both much older. Uh, it's it's hard to say. I don't think these two are really rivals. I think they're actually like close friends or something because they have this. It's funny when the match is over. They have this like little exchange, but they do like hand gestures and stuff.
yeah,
So that's something I would assume that friends would do. Um, the best part of this match is the beginning because I told you Starlight Kid has just turned evil as she's gotten older
yeah,
because she kicked the other girl off the ramp. Like they come down the New Japan ramp to the ring,
yeah,
and as the girl's doing her entrance and twirling her baton, she gets to the ring to the rope. Yeah, she gets to the ropes and is just drop kicked in the face and falls off.
yeah,
It's hilarious. And then from there, it is pretty much just Starlight Kid being sadistic and evil. She tries to Michinoku driver her on the apron, and then she catches a German suplex,
ouch,
which is disgusting. Her mask is not the same tiger mask either.
yeah,
It still has like the two little golden teeth in the front,
yeah,
but it looks more like almost a traditional Mexican luchadora mask, if you
yeah,
know what I mean. Like the hair is out.
yeah,
Usually Starlight Kid does not have her hair out. And it does not have the like the mane on the side. So
yeah.
it's like a completely different look.
Cool.
Uh but I don't know what she was drinking that day, but she is completely evil. She has a lot of combination offense in this one
Yeah.
that is mean. Like she forearms a girl in the face and then drops her on the head. It's just like, what are you doing? And also, again, you have to watch this on the sound on because she's like EO,
Yeah.
where she has those really mean battle cries and stuff. But
Yeah.
this one part where she steps on the girl to do the moonsault, and she goes ah, and then you hear the other girl because she steps on it, she goes ugh. It's just it's funny because it's loud.
Yeah.
Like you know how sure we know that Japan is quiet for the matches, but in Stardom they're typically not that quiet. Like they
So, that's good. Minus.
it's just like damn, she's me. The match ends though. Natsupoi actually stops her from doing the driver because I think that's her move, like
Yeah.
her ground based finisher. Um, and then catches her with her unique pin. Like she's another person, kind of like AZM, where her finisher is really like this really unique
Yeah.
type of pin situation, and so she catches her with a reversal to it's basically finisher basically.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then she makes that funny hand gesture at the end, and then they go about their merry way.
So she was 16 on that match with Io Shirai.
Okay, so that
Cause
makes
she's
sense.
23 now.
Do you know the date of the match you had?
2017. I'll tell you right now. Let's see if they actually had the date. But yeah, she definitely was 16. And beat down at 16 years old. It's fucked up. November 4th, 2017.
Okay, so the one I had it was 2 years earlier than that.
So she was 14, probably.
Well, yeah. I mean, but then she was with the other girls, except for the luchadora.
Yeah.
They were classmates because all as far as I know, Momo is still in the same Stardom like class.
Yeah.
The other girl, I'm not sure if she's still there, but like, so that means they were all like 14, 15.
Yeah. Cool. That's interesting. All right. We go. That's our wrestling retrospect. We go to have a new person at the end of the show. We go to the
I would
weekend.
just,
Go ahead.
I would just put it. It's not that crazy because Rey Mysterio was what 14 when he started.
Yeah, but he was like they were like fake IDing him and actually faking his age
I
in
mean,
the
but you
shows
could
that he did.
just look at him. Just look at him. You could tell.
Yeah, I know with them with Stardom they start young. Like
Well,
I
I
think
tell you,
Rio.
EZM was 11.
Yeah, I think
I don't know
Iho
if
was
she
around
was
the
in
same time
Stardom
Rio.
at 11, but
Yeah.
again, that girl was wrestling at 11 years old.
Yeah, I think they used to do the academies like really early because I know Rio was really young too. I think she was like 8 or 9 when she started
Yeah,
wrestling.
yeah,
So
she's a.
it's crazy. That's
Is
crazy.
she? Did they confirm? Is she the same girl from the Kenny Omega? Like,
Yeah,
okay, yeah. So she, yeah, I think she was 9 in that one. Hmm.
yeah. Kind of like that Reed Richards thing, which is kind of weird. I'm not gonna talk about
I mean, that's why they're so good though.
that. Huh?
Like, if they have those camps for them and their parents let them go, that's
Yeah,
pretty much why they're so good.
yeah. But again, it actually also shows the case of having live shows and working with the same people and having building chemistry and how good chemistry you get too, because you see it throughout the matches. All
Yeah,
right,
even the foreigners. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Should we go to the weekend wrestling? Yeah, Monday Night Raw. We kick off with Damian Priest and Jay Uso. They have a back and forth promo.
Yeah.
Yeet. It was an alright promo. I felt like it was a little off a little bit, but I thought they it made it got better throughout the time period.
I thought it was just it was. They seem cool. They seem cooler than normal, but I think the fact is that we forget that he was trying to recruit him.
Yeah,
So it would make sense if Priest respects him that he's not going to come out aggressive at him.
yeah,
So I just don't understand what McDonough's plan was because that backfired completely.
yeah. He I don't think he thinks. I think he just does. Probably shuts him in the ass.
A lot going on in that big head of his.
Yep, yep. I don't think the everything reaches the thinking part fast. And then Dominic is out. He is getting a Tommy John surgery on his arm. A
He's a
lot of
pitcher.
pitchers get that, and it usually takes about 12 months. But seeing that he's not a pitcher, his healing might be quicker. Um, World Tag Team Championship match. You have Awesome Truth versus DIY. Very good match, and you got little hints of Champa getting pissed off and not wanting to shake people's hand.
Well, he was wearing the Triple H gear.
Yeah, he was.
Just
Yep, yep. Uh,
okay. So I'm trying to remember in DX, who turned on who first? Was it Triple H turning on Shawn, or was it Shawn super kicking Triple H first?
Triple H is the one that betrayed Shawn. Like, you remember the
Oh, no, I
first
don't. That's
one?
what I'm
Oh,
asking.
okay. So there was a
That's
history of them. So when Shawn Michaels was the commissioner, he got put through a windshield, and it ended up being Triple H being the one doing it, and that's when he fully betrays him and shit. And then that's what led to Shawn Michaels' return, and for that SummerSlam match, they wearing the jeans and shit. That's what led to that match.
okay. So I remember the Raw when
Yeah,
he came back with the jeans on.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and then the match. Okay.
Yeah, Triple H betrayed him first. Shawn Michaels kicked him in the face, but in his defense, he was aiming for John Cena.
Well,
He's like,
I don't
I
know if
got
you
the
can see what
dodgy
it
eye. He
was.
was like, I got the dodgy eye. To
This
be
is true.
honest, I was aiming for John Cena.
This is true.
So, yeah, we got the match. We have the return of the Ring General, and then the New Day also comes out and make fun of him not having his title. This also leads into New Day versus Imperium, and New Day win, and then Kaiser got insane and destroyed Da Vinci.
I have a problem with the direction because I don't think that they should continue to take out their problems
Yeah,
on each other like this. That's not good, man. What kind of group are they? Is that just what it is? You lose, you just beat up your partner. Come on, man, bruh,
yep,
bruh.
that's
If
how.
every time Kofi and Woods lost, they fought, there'd be a lot of fights as of last year. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah, but
That's
they
all
need
I'm
New Day.
saying.
Positivity.
What? I don't know. Imperium's supposed to be stronger than that. That's my only thing is Imperium just seems like a bunch of lackeys.
Yeah,
They do. They don't seem like as dangerous as they did in NXT. They
yeah,
just seem like
I
they
agree.
took to lose.
I agree.
They should have been tag team champs by now. I'm just saying. If them and Gunta all had gold, perfect faction. Perfect little small faction. Three guys, all the gold. Just saying.
You got Drew McIntyre come out. He had a promo, and then him and Sheamus go back and forth.
Did he ever? Jesus. Every week, Drew. You just starting problems.
But this led into Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus. Sheamus wins.
We not gonna talk about
The Burger King.
burger after burger after burger. The best. Like Drew is still killing it, man. They're calling you fat. I don't care. I do. Goddamn. All right.
It was good. It was funny. Yeah, backstage, Bronson Reed assaulting Sami Zayn. That happened. And then you had Chad Gable come out with his promo and kind of just downsized the academy, and it was really
I
good.
mean, they didn't look. They ain't do nothing though.
No, they did not. They just took it.
They all just look sad, and then they got drafted together on Friday.
Yep, one big package.
So we will see.
Well, they got drafted back to Raw. They didn't go to
No, I'm
SmackDown.
just saying they
Yeah,
got drafted on the SmackDown show.
yeah.
They were drafted. I didn't say they was drafted.
No,
I didn't say they were drafted. Not like I
okay.
got confused with Jay. No, no,
Uh,
no.
we got Ricochet and Andrade versus JD McDuggan and Santo Escobar because Dominic Mysterio can't wrestle right now.
Mm-hmm. which I think seems weird. I guess because Finn Balor's not there.
Yeah, yeah. Dom, yeah, Dom's injury is actually legit though.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
saying. Usually, if Judgment Day business, it would have been a Judgment Day member. Usually.
yeah. 'Cause they were out. The Balor was doing the fucking European show on Sunday, so that's
Hmm.
why he wasn't there. Good stuff. I think he fought. I forgot who he fought.
I
Yeah,
don't
I think he
know,
fought
but
Cody.
I have to shout out Ricochet flipping on his bald head from the Razor's Edge.
Yep.
That was, oh man.
And then main event is the women's battle royal. Um, Participants we had was Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, Maxine Dupree, Ivy Nile, Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, Chelsea Green, Piper Nevin, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Nia Jax, Natalia, Liv Morgan, and Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch wins the championship with Liv being uh, runner-up again. But I actually enjoyed the battle royal. I think it had enough story that kept me interested, and the Chelsea Green thing spot actually had me laughing.
Chelsea was like the
Yeah.
MVP of this battle royal because even from the beginning to the end, if you watch how she, after Nia and her and Piper was fighting, how she ran to the corner to be a knee
Yeah.
for Piper to sit on. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, that's pretty funny. all I'm
Also,
saying is, all I'm saying is, Piper had better not turn on her and act like she was being used. That's all I'm saying. Because
yeah,
Chelsea was looking out for her. So,
yeah, she did. And then she just took advantage of a good situation.
yes, why wouldn't she?
Exactly. Becky wins. She is the women's world champion. I'm fine with it. I think Becky makes people step up, so I'm good with that. Liv, you still have a story you could build, and I feel like she is gonna get that title eventually, because I think she will be champ when Rhea comes back, and that will be, you have a story right there. And then her whole revenge tour, now she looks like she's just gonna start headbutting people, so she looks angry now.
Fair enough. I think Nia should have won.
I would have took Nia winning too. I think Nia, Liv, and Becky all have like reasons that they could easily had the title. But Becky's the safe one, I guess. But it was good. It was a good battle royal. Like I usually don't care for battle royals, so I actually really enjoyed it. All right. Monday Night Raw. We give it.
I'll give it a A minus. I
Okay.
think it was solid. I think it was a lot of story. I say more story than usual.
Yeah. Well, I go B plus. I think some things didn't hit for me like the way it should, but again, they started to build a new storyline, and then also the draft is this Monday, so we might see. Actually, we're not gonna see anything to May 6th. I think May 6th is when the drafts are locked.
Mm, mm-hmm,
So they said
mm-hmm.
the date. So after the show, May 6th, whoever's on the Raw roster is on the roster, and that's it. No more costs. Probably to like WrestleMania or Royal Rumble. All right, NXT. Spring Breaking. This is night one. We kick off with the NXT Women's Championship. We have Roxanne Perez, Lyra Valkyrie, and Tatum Paxley. This was actually a really good match, and Paxley looked incredible in this match too.
She got she got beat up for her troubles. I like that Lyra was upset at her specifically. If you watch the beginning of the match, she tried to kill her because she was tired of her BS.
Yep.
This is what happens. Just what I'm saying.
My
It's
only
unfair.
my only thing I will say for Paxley, don't do a 450 as your finisher if you're gonna be a heel. It's too fancy.
Let her do it.
No.
Let her do it.
It's too flashy.
Well, what other girls doing 450s? Please tell
There's
me.
quite a few.
In WWE, there is
Yeah,
no girls doing
Bianca does it.
450s except I was about to say except Bianca. That's it.
But it's more of like again, if she was a baby, I would accept it more. But it's the fact that she's working heel, it's too flashy.
She's not a heel.
She is a
She was
heel.
never bad. She was never bad.
She betrayed him.
She was never bad. She was never bad. That's the whole thing. She was always after the championship. She was never bad.
All right,
She didn't betray whatchamacallit.
yes, she did.
She literally did what she was supposed to do. She's after the championship. She's obsessed with the championship. She is not good or not. She is neutral.
Yeah,
She is chaotic neutral. That is what Paxley is.
I do like Perez doing the cross face more. I wish he would use that more towards the finisher.
Yeah, I hate Pop Rocks.
The family versus no quarter catch crew.
It was just bodies everywhere. Surprisingly more clean. I like that they're getting the new guys some reps, so it was good.
Yeah, good match. Fallon Henley versus Jada Parker, and Henley defeats Parker.
It was a good match. But I think that's what she needs. That's what Parker needs, because uh, Fallon is like the mother hen of NXT right
Yeah,
now,
she just takes care of everybody.
and she's gonna pull a good match out of everybody.
Yep,
I thought this was solid,
me too.
and she ain't afraid of OTM. She'll fight all four of you,
Especially Scripps.
especially Scripps.
Yeah, she's gonna beat the shit out of Scripps. Lola Vice reveals Shayna Baszler as a training partner for NXT Underground versus Natalia. So they did like kind of a contract, kind of not really a contract signing, but just a pretty much a call out and everything. So Natalia and
No
Lola
ropes,
Vice.
no ropes. She has Shayna for her partner, and Natalia should be upset because that was her partner.
Yeah, even though Shayna Baszler like try to eliminate her on Monday anyway, so there's still a little grudge right there.
Shayna don't care. Shayna don't care.
Yeah.
Business. It's not personal.
Beach Brawl, Blair Davenport versus Sol Roca. This was actually a really solid match. I think Roca's probably one of her better matches.
Yeah, I think also this is probably like the second match where she's been spotlighted because
Yeah,
literally this was her match.
yeah,
It was made for her. And
yeah,
so it's good that at least she had a good match in a match that was themed after her.
yeah,
I think, listen. I'm not mad at the theming. I think they should go further. Where's that ring that's surrounded by water from Bass at the Beach?
right.
That's what I want.
That
If
was
this
in.
means they're gonna bring that back, dude, that's
Yeah,
all
why
I
not?
want.
Why not? Should.
All I want.
You got Baron Corbin versus Lexis King.
Also, Tommy Soul Snatch is not flashy.
That one
It's
was
also
nice.
very flashy.
Yes.
It's disgusting. I love it.
Yeah. It was quite nice too on the regular ropes, not in like a turnbuckle. So
Hmm.
good. Baron Corbin versus Lexis King. There was like a little back and forth in the backstage. King defeats Corbin.
This was solid, and I
Yes,
think this is what again. This is another type of match, a type of person that King needs to fight because he needs to get tuned up. I my surprise, maybe on Monday, I
yeah,
think they're gonna take him. I feel like he's another person that's gonna get drafted,
that'd be
but
interesting.
maybe not, maybe not. But I feel like regardless, him fighting Corbin and getting reps like against somebody that's that experienced is good. It's
Yeah,
only good. And again, I like his wrestling style because he's not flashy.
yeah. The Final Testament, Warner Group was going after all the gold. Nathan Frazier and XCM railed the locker room against the main roster teams trying to take their titles, including Luke and Gallows. Sean Spears continued to taunt Rich Holland in the parking lot. Megafor was also
That's
on
dangerous.
TikTok, which was hilarious.
That's very dangerous.
Yep, yep. And then we have our main event, which is Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. And your new NXT champion is Trick Williams.
I think the literal only problem I have with the match is kind of knowing. is going away.
Yeah,
They gonna take him.
yeah,
They gonna take him. So it's like I figured he was gonna lose because I know they gonna take him.
makes
That's it.
sense.
Literally, that's it. I thought it was great the whole way through,
Yeah,
and I think so. If this was a ELE, I would give the match honestly a 4.25. But I think from the phone call to Johnny wrestling, being in the room with him, giving him the speech, I think to Byron casting him before he made it to the ring.
yeah,
I think the crowd, the camera shot, I think everything just ended up making it like a five for me. So I'm just happy for him.
yes.
Congratulations.
Yep, yep. New NXT champion, new face of CW when NXT goes to CW.
Will it be like in the next 2 weeks or something? Because who knows if he's going to keep his.
Uh, I think he's holding it for a bit. I think he'll hold it at least to June, past June. We'll see. We'll see. NXT Spring Break in Part One. What do you give it?
I'm gonna give it an A. I'm gonna just straight up give it an A.
I'll go with A as well.
I think that main event carries a lot of weight,
Yeah,
but I think nothing on the show I complained about. I think everything, and you know what? Like you said, the Soul Ruka match surprised me. So good.
there you go. All right, we go to AEW. Did you watch Dynamite?
No,
No.
I
Okay.
watched the highlights, so I know what happened with Tony. Uh, I saw the highlights of Swerve's match, and I do kind of agree with Bully on that one.
Yeah,
That he shouldn't have just had a match. He should have had a celebration. Where was Swerve's celebration?
he had two matches within the same week already.
And no celebration, no championship. Is
No
he a bad guy? Like
celebration.
even Joe came out and had his speech with his suit on. They ain't let Swerve rest for a minute, man.
No, he's just wrestling.
He didn't even
He
I
fought.
was in.
Yeah,
So
he fought Kyle Fletcher on Dynamite. It was a
yeah,
solid match.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to check both of his matches out.
Yeah,
Both of them, both the Swerve matches.
we have Mina Shirakawa versus Anna Jay. Mina wins.
Yep. And they celebrate with champagne.
Yep, and somehow, in some way, Anna Jay still gets a title shot at Collision. Uh, International Championship number contender match. You had Penta, Kyle O'Reilly, Will Ospreay, Lance Archer, Commander, Jay Lethal, Ospreay, and I already said Ospreay, and then Commander Ospreay win by pinning Commander. So it's gonna be Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay at the next pay per view.
Is it for the title or is
For
it just a match?
for the International Championship.
Okay. All right.
We also had a promo for Willow Nightingale. I actually thought I thought she had a really solid promo. Then you had Mercedes Monet interrupt,
Mm.
and she's going for the TBS Championship.
That I also saw, and I thought it was good
It was good. She still hasn't wrestled yet, so I don't know how she's a contender yet.
because she's the CEO.
That
I
was
think
probably
that
her
means
contract.
I think that means there's money involved. Yeah.
she
So
signed. She signed. I get a title shot the moment I first match I do. The main event was John Moxley versus Will Hobbs. This is for the IWGP Championship, so he defended the IWGP World Championship on Dynamite. Moxley wins. Hobbs, this was, I think the one on Collision was slightly better. This was a solid match, though.
they fought again,
Yeah.
or is it really?
Mhm.
They fought twice in a week. That's crazy.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And then you also had the Jericho learning tree thing. I
I
don't
mean, if he,
care.
we'll see what comes out of it.
It's
If he's
going to a
going,
new group.
yeah, if he's going for, but I wonder at which point before it goes too far if Jericho will be self-aware of the group. That's the
Big Cass is already going to be one of the people in the group.
oh, all right, good. They could
Yeah.
be on TV. because he's been gone for a little bit from Dynamite at least. I don't know
Yeah.
about Collision or Rampage.
He was on Collision this week.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he had a
Okay.
squash match. And then the ending of Dynamite, which was Jack Perry's return, telling Tony Khan to reinstate him. He just cares about AEW. The Young Bucks come out. He punches Tony Khan in the stomach, and the Young Bucks mulls the driver to him, and that's the way the show ended with all of them with their arms up, and Tony Khan fucked up. They also showed that his father was there and shit like that too. And he looked really pissed.
He has a
Um,
glorious mustache.
yeah. Um, I will say this, and like I see what they were doing, and I'm not gonna take away from what they were doing. I will say for Tony Khan, he should have just took a hit. Like if you're gonna go in the ring and you want to actually make this done, like it looked terrible how he took it. It looked like Vince McMahon's first stunner. It looked that bad. So like I will say, yo, just take a hit. Take one to the face. Just take one to the face, and then you would be bruised, so you could sell the shit out of it because you were selling the neck brace. But it would have looked at least real. When he hit him in the stomach, it looked like he barely hit touched him and shit like that. And then the way he sold it and shit. At least you get hit in the face at least once, you're gonna sell it. Even if it fucking pulled, you're still gonna sell it. So I would have said let him take a hit. That was my only issue. The muzzle driver was fine. I think again they had to give him tips to how to sell things and just like sell them on the floor and whatnot. But other than that, it is what it is. It was trying to be like a NWO. They were trying to compare it to NWO's Hogan
They
moment.
put that wasn't their words, please.
Yeah. Well, they weren't.
They didn't say that.
Huh?
They didn't say that, did they?
They've been comparing it to the NWO
No, no, no.
moment.
I'm talking about AEW
No,
hasn't said that.
AEW didn't.
That's
I know Bleach Report
that's
and a
other
couple of people.
people coming out with.
I don't even think it's close. But it gives a different take on Jack Perry going to a more heel character. It gives the Young Bucks using their power to do things. Now we got to see what they're gonna do this week. If they don't get
Yeah.
punished, if there's no uh, punishments or anything like that, then you lose my reality to what you're trying to do.
Well, what are they gonna? I mean, what would be the appropriate punishment? Because they didn't. Are they technically supposed to be on equal footing or no?
No,
Is Tony's above everybody, right?
Tony's over with everybody.
So I guess the the right thing to do, even though it's weird because they just came back, right? You
Yeah,
suspend them,
yeah.
right?
So that's the
And
thing.
stripped them
Yeah,
of the titles.
yeah. I
Like,
don't.
I guess that's what you have to do, because
Yeah.
it's not like Okada. Well, I mean, he was kind of orchestrating, but I mean,
He instigated it. I saw his face. He was happy about it.
he did the thumbs down. You asshole.
He did that with Batista. It's like fuck that guy.
He's like, kill him.
I don't know what he's saying.
But I like, but I guess that appropriate action is they have to be forced off television. Is
Yeah,
realistically. So I guess you have to see how they
yeah.
bypass that.
Because also
Because I don't
Khan.
think they're gonna.
Yeah,
Because think about it, they just won the titles on the last pay per view.
exactly. So
What I do with
I don't
those?
know what their plans to do. I'm gonna do what I do with WWE. I'm gonna let them tell me the story and see where it goes. Again, what they did was interesting. It made me interested in seeing what they're gonna go with it and how they're gonna go with it. My only thing was, and my only critique is, yo, Tony Khan should have just took a punch. He should have took a punch in a hard place in the jaw. It would have sold a lot better. It would have looked a lot more fucking mean, and Jack Perry would look a bit more better too because it looked like he just like fist stabbed him in the stomach. It looked like it wasn't a punch. It was like he stabbed him with his fist, and that's what it looked like.
Yeah. Okay. But I
But
mean,
yeah, that was my
I
only thing.
appreciate that the neck brace got attention,
Yeah,
so he at least did some stuff with that, and that shows little bit of effort, a little bit of.
and he called WWE the Henry Weinstein of professional wrestling.
I don't know who Henry or. That's
Oh,
somebody. That's another brother.
no, the Weinstein, the dude that fucking is in court now.
Oh, that's not good
Yeah,
because there's some real life implications that he might go free.
yeah,
That's not good.
that's not good. He did he said AEW is the
So
Pepsi
you
of
might not
wrestling.
be able to say those things, and he might get sued
Yeah,
if this guy wins that case.
yeah,
That's the unfortunate irony of this whole thing. Got to be careful with that.
yeah. He said on one of the interviews, he was like, AEW is the Pepsi of professional wrestling, and WWE is the Henry Weinstein of professional wrestling.
It's not Henry Weinstein. That's not
Uh,
the guy. It's
yeah,
Harvey
Harvey
Weinstein, the
Weinstein.
guy.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. You say the guy's real legal name,
Yeah,
and this guy walks free. That could be a problem for them.
yeah.
Let's see. See what happens.
He owns a lot of WB shit too.
No, he doesn't own anything. He owns his
Oh,
own company.
yeah. Okay.
He is Weinstein.
Yeah.
Like he's a big movie mogul. But I'm just
Mhm.
saying it's funny because the news is something that I just happen to deal with at
Yeah.
work, and I see a big picture of that guy,
Yeah.
and they're saying, "Oh yeah, he might not go to jail."
It's
That's
crazy.
interesting.
Yeah.
Timing.
But AEW, I'll give a B for it. I wanted a nice promo and like a nice promo for Swerve after the title win and things like that. We just got a match. He did talk a little bit more on Collision, but again, it just led to a match. Um, they're good matches. I'm not gonna take away from shit like that, but yo, he's the world champion. He should be celebrated as a world champion. You have celebrations for every other champion. Have him have a celebration as well. So I'll go B with it. It was a solid show. I'm interested what they go with the ending and see where they go with that. I know Kenny Omega is supposed to be at Dynamite this week, so we'll see. They in Canada.
Hmm.
I did watch TNA. I'll run through it real fast. But you got Broken Matt Hardy returning. Him and Ziggler are tagging against the System next week, so you have that. There was a pre-ump match of Kazarian and Alexander for the number one contender for the championship. Alexander wins that match, so he's the number one contender for the TNA championship right now. You had Rick Swan talking shit about Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry saying that he's injured.
Am teleporting. Yes.
But it was great. Brookside defeats Ash by elegance. That was an okay match.
All the lawyers is what she said.
Yep, yep. Sammy Callahan defeats the Good Hands. That was actually pretty fun. Um, Eddie Edwards defeats Nick Nemeth because of the help with the system, but then Broken Matt Hardy comes for the save. And yeah, we got a lot of good stuff going in. TNA, I'll go straight B plus. It was a really solid show, and there's a lot of fun things going on there too. So give them some love. Check them out. The dude from Ascension is pretty much Steph D. Lander's bodyguard right now, which is pretty interesting.
Connor. Yes.
Yes. We go to Friday Night SmackDown, and this is night one of the draft. We kick off with contract signing. Before it goes, Paul Heyman has shown saying Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles go into the match. They go back and forth for the promo, and then pretty much doing this a contract signing. Um, it's gonna be interesting. I'm actually excited to see that match one on one.
I wonder if AJ will soften up after this match because he's running out of reasons to be so mad.
He's just mad.
Now, it would be awesome if LA Knight
Yeah,
interfered in this match. Ah, that would be perfect because now they're on different shows also.
he's probably mad about his theme music right now.
Ah, no, I like AJ's things. The other one was getting kind of old.
Yeah,
Whatever. I like that this song you get hear them say AJ Styles in it. I'm like, all right.
yeah.
If somebody says the guy's name, okay, that's cool. Um, But I'm just saying, I wonder if after this match, if he'll cool down.
Yeah, probably not. He just looks like he's just angry. There's
He
no,
looks like he stepped on a nail.
and
He got the tetanus shot, and he's just mad as hell.
that's what he looks like. And
He's
he
like, "Do
still
you know
feels
where
the
they stick
nail.
the needle?
Yeah.
You know where they stick the needle? I don't have to tell you." I'm
Triple
mad.
H also comes out and they announced the first four draft picks. SmackDown got Bianca Belair, Raw got Jey Uso, SmackDown got Carmelo Hayes, and Raw drafted Seth Rollins. Carmelo Hayes does pop out and he challenged Cody Rhodes to a match.
Good on him. Everybody should do that.
Yep. We got Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio versus Angel Umberto.
Oh wait! I have to ask how you feel about the first few picks. How you feel Bianca was the first, number one?
I'm fine. Bianca's Bianca. Like she deserved that number one spot. My only gripe is she was already on SmackDown, so that's my only thing. Like people just got redrafted to their brands they were on. There was no really big change in that first draft. So except for Carmelo Hayes, everything else was
Mm-hmm.
like they're already on their shows. I guess is also a way of just reminding you what shows they're on.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'll take it. I was like, all right, and then the draft is a fully official May 6th. So the two rosters will be split apart fully that week.
Mm-hmm.
We got Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, Angel, and Berto. They shortened his name Berto. Um, Solid match, but this also leads into storyline of them showing the footage of Carlito attacking Lee.
Santos, he's not a liar. So there you go.
I'm just saying, Ray, you kind of did to yourself. Just saying, you're a little in fault of it, of why Dragon Lee got attacked. Your ass had a big ass dude named Carlito in your side, and you just like, you know what? I like the mask better.
That is not how you're supposed to behave, man. Carlito should be ashamed of himself.
I think he's a little proud.
I mean, he looked like he got caught red-handed. He didn't look happy.
Yeah.
He didn't look happy. All I'm saying, why is he mad? Look, you didn't get picked. You
Yep.
still get paid.
Yep.
What the hell? Relax.
Braun speared the shit out of Cedric Alexander.
Ooh. Oh, poor Cedric. Can't catch him.
And then
At
Michelle
least he
Mc
still got a job.
Yeah, that's true. Michelle McCool and Tori Wilson also present the next round picks. SmackDown, Randy Orton. Raw got Braun Breaker. That was one change. SmackDown got Nia Jax. That's the second change. Raw drafted Liv Morgan. She was already on that show.
It was only 3 or 4.
That was four.
Okay. All right. I also
Randy,
noticed that
Randy, Randall was the one.
they had the Dudleys in the office,
Yes. They
and
were.
the character, like not characters, but like the GM,
Mm.
the Teddy Long and stuff.
Yeah, I
Those
didn't mind
two.
that. I liked the fact that they had a war room.
No, no, I'm just saying. And this time, usually they have just actors or just backstage people.
Yeah.
This is like the first time they chose to have legends,
Yeah, I was fine with that. I thought that
like
was actually pretty cool.
people who you recognize,
And then
basically.
I realized also that the SmackDown moves to USA in September, so I guess the football robot couldn't be there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I like the fact that they had the war rooms with old wrestlers and stuff like that, just because it made it seem more like a draft pick and stuff like that. Even though they again half the draft picks were just the same picks.
I think the thing that was missing was the audio from those rooms
Yeah,
and them being excited or disappointed instead of just you seeing them caricature every time a pick happened. Like that.
I feel like they should have just been arguing with each other at one point, like looking at a board and pointing and then yelling at
I
each
mean,
other.
but I'm saying if you have the Dudley boys in a room,
Yeah,
you should have a camera in that room. Like
yeah,
they can scream and make noise and do all types of stuff. You got
yeah.
people
I
who,
get that.
if you have people who are legends and used to being on camera, like they have characters.
Yeah, yeah.
They should have had mics in those rooms. Because that was like the thing that made the war the Fox. And the not Fox room with the robots, like fun, was the fact that they were in the room and they were doing stuff,
Yep.
not just sitting at a table looking sad or looking happy.
So,
And was that William Birdie on Raw? It was this black guy with the sport coat.
yep.
I swear it looked like Wade Birdie. Ah,
All right, we got Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi. That was the next match. And that entered in no contest because the newly drafted SmackDown Nia Jax destroyed both of them.
and at least this one, Naomi was more aggressive because she caught her with the Steve Austin in the first 2 seconds,
Yep.
and then tried to break Tiffany's neck on the apron. That she's mad.
Yeah. Showed it.
She's bad.
We also got Solo Sakura and Tamatanga were shown arriving backstage, speaking to Paul Heyman. Kevin Owens attacked them from behind and sent us the break, sent us the commercial break. That was what actually happened. Then we got the next round. We also had Belair interviewed, and then Asuka,
Holla,
Kyrie,
holla,
and Jade all showed up. They did a
holla,
bunch of
holla,
things.
holla.
Dudley Boys present the next picks of the Raw and SmackDown. Third round, SmackDown. He just returned. LA Knight. Raw, Ricochet. He's actually there's a spoiler for the speed competition with Ricochet. He's
Holla, holla.
the new champion. SmackDown draft. Sakura, Tonga, and Heyman. I don't know how that works, but they took Heyman. They also said
Yeah.
Roman Reigns refuses to be drafted.
So what? So let's see. Bloodline stays. Ricochet. Where's he at? He moved.
He's on Raw, still on Raw.
Who else is there?
Uh,
Gable and then oh there.
Sheamus.
All right. And that's it.
Yep. No one moved. Everyone's the same show.
Everyone's there.
Yep.
Okay. And that's it.
Yep. Then we go Carmelo Hayes versus Cody Rhodes. But before that match, you had JBL and Teddy Long, and they also announced the last draft picks, which SmackDown is AJ Styles. Raw drafted Chad Gable, Otis, Akira Tozawa, and Maxine Dupree. SmackDown drafted Andrade, which is the next move, and then Raw drafted Kiana James.
So there you go. Second NXT call up.
Yep.
And not somebody I expected. So there you go.
Yeah. I think she has a good gimmick though. I think she'll work up in backstage.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. I mean, I just hope she. I mean, the way they have Tiffany involved in something already, it'll
yeah,
be fun.
yeah, I
I
think
think
she will.
I don't feel like she'll get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. Uh, and then Rhodes versus Hayes, solid match. Rhodes wins.
I think it was a perfect introduction for Carmelo. But
Yeah,
then again, like I said before, I was telling you, people just know who he is already.
yeah,
It's very interesting to see that
yep, yep,
because there was even a time when Pete Dunne got called up. Well, was on the
yeah,
remember when he first had his tag matches
yeah,
before he was called up, and it was just like crickets,
yeah,
and he had already been champ already. So it was like it's interesting to see. Like I told you, regardless of how good Black and Gold was, the current NXT has people watching it that
yeah.
usually would not watch it,
I
and you could
think
tell.
I think you're also gonna get more viewership on NXT when it goes to CW
That makes sense.
because it's gonna be on a public channel,
Yes,
and I
yes.
think that's gonna help a lot of eyes get on NXT
Mm.
because
I
that's
just
gonna be the only wrestling show on regular TV. SmackDown loses use that show.
that is true. That is true.
That's gonna be very interesting. AEW Collision and Rampage. I did watch both. Did you watch any of this? No.
Nah.
I'll run down it then. It was a solid show. All right, so AEW Collision. We have Swerve putting an open challenge up, and Claudio is the one that answered. Good promo between the two, and everything like that. They did highlight the whole thing with Tony Khan, so that happened as well. And then Kenny Omega was announced that he's coming back next week. Uh, we had wait. Okay, so that came out and challenged him. That happened. The match. Uh, no, they didn't fight yet. So moved on to that. They fought later on that night. Unified Trios Championship. The Bang Bang Gang. They fought Top Flight and Action Andretti. You know who wins. I don't even have to tell you who won.
Action Andretti.
So you'll be sadly disappointed. The Bang Bang Gang wins. They are the unified six man tag champion.
They won again?
They unified the titles. Yeah,
Oh, I thought they did that in the pay-per-view.
yeah, they did on a pay per view, but they have both belts now. So they the
Oh, they
unified
didn't even they
trios
didn't have
champions.
them. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay. Oh, you mean they did the ceremony or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha.
The return of Ray Phoenix. He defeats the Beast Mortos.
Who? Is that?
He was that Beast dude in TNA.
You talking about Taurus?
Taurus. Yeah,
Black
yeah, yeah.
Taurus? Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Mortos.
I know it's a legal thing. They had to change his name.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
Phoenix wins. Whoosh returns and he fought Martin Stone. Whoosh wins. Martin Stone is the dude from that used to tag with just damn can't think of his name right now. Um, they're playing 1 and 2.
Oh, you talking about Uno?
No. Damn, I can't think of his name right now. Um, oh no, not oh no. Fuck, I can't think of his name. What is his name?
Wait. From which
For NXT, gold, black and gold.
you said Ono? You talking about you mean Cassius Ono? Or you mean somebody else?
No, not Cassius. No, no. I'm talking about something else. But they were tag team. He was a tag team champion. He was a tag team with this other dude. And I can't think of his name right now.
Okay.
Danny Birch.
Oh, okay.
That yeah, that's
Yeah,
his
yeah,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Talking
Danny.
about, talking about Oni.
Oni Lorcan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's his tag partner.
Part- Oh, that was that. Wait,
He
he's
did a
in.
yeah. He did a dark. He got his ass kicked in that match, but he did a match.
No, but he was on. Well, that what was that Collision or that or Wave?
Collision.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Timeless Tony Storm fought Anna Jay for the AEW Women's Championship. I don't know how she got a title match. She lost like 5 matches in a row, but Storm wins. I do like Sarah Deeb's promos going
Oh,
forward.
it wasn't a title match. That was a match for the honor of what's her name? Because I
Okay.
looked at it.
Oh, okay.
That's not what it wasn't a title match. It was because she beat up Mariah May. So
Oh,
they
okay.
put a special title on the match. It said for the honor of Mariah May.
Okay. Still. Alright.
Beat up her friend. What you gonna
A
start with that?
Anna Jay still loses. Sarah Deeb's going for that AEW Women's Championship. She's been having promos. It's been solid. Then you had the Acclaim. They defeat the Grizzled Young Veterans.
Okay.
Um,
That's surprising.
yep. They were
Why
just
randomly popped open through that door? Okay.
yep, yep. Solid match though. You had AEW World Champion Swerve versus Claudio Castagnoli. I got confused with Moxley and I think did he fight on Rampage? Because I know he fought and I fought saw it twice. I think they were just highlighting the match and I thought it was the second match because I watched so much shit. All right, yeah, it was just a match on Dynasty that Dynamite that they highlighted with Hobbs. But now you have Takashita going looking at Moxley.
Okay.
And then you had Calio Castagnoli versus Strickland. That was actually a really good match, and I 100% say you should definitely watch it. Like that would have been a 5-star match on a pay per view. Like
Uh,
they went they brought it. Then it led right into Rampage because they made it a 3-hour special. You had a parking lot fight with Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor. It was a sloppy Brock. It was a storyline match, but it was a bit sloppy in what it is, what it is. But that's how they do things. Very lot of blood. Trent beats him. Orange Cassidy jumps on him after the match, and they look like they're gonna build. And then you had Don Callis watching it from behind, so it looks like he's gonna recruit Trent Beretta.
Well, that's how you get recruited. Stop being a loser.
Yeah. The highlight of Rampage, I will say, was Thunder Rosa versus Diana Purrazzo. Very strong
Okay.
match. Rosa wins.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That one I couldn't even tell you who was gonna win because I wanted Diana Purrazzo would win actually. But
Mm.
you got Big Bill versus Trevor Blackwell, and Big Bill destroys him.
Did he still? Is he still wearing his Timbs?
Yep, and
Okay.
jeans.
Then all is well.
And then you got Sabata and Daniel Garcia versus Shane Taylor Promotions, and you know who wins.
Yeah. I told you already. To me, they are dead.
Yeah.
You lose 3 times, that's it. It's a
Yeah,
wrap.
look at NJ. She loses every match.
Yeah.
I have not seen her win a match this year.
I I could have swore she did win a match, but I mean, maybe she did not.
I don't know.
Maybe she hasn't.
But
Mm,
AW Collision, I'll give a actually a minus just because the Swerve and Cannoli match was good, and I'll just mix Rampage together, and Diana Peraza and Tony and Rosa match was really good. So I'll give it a minus. All right, we go to podcasts we listen to. I did not listen to much. I did listen to the Jinder Mahal on Chris Van
mm,
Vliet, and that was like
I
right
heard
before
that.
that was before his release though.
Before unfortunate events.
Yes, Jinder Mahal got released. Quite a few people got released. Cameron Grimes got released. I was sad about that because I feel like he had a lot of potential and they just didn't use it. But hopefully they line up on TNA or AEW and they actually get used better. But we'll see. Um, I did listen to that. Other than that, like most major wrestling figure podcasts, shout outs to them. They Matt Cardona was talking about his surgery and also a lot of pickups he did during that time. So there you go.
Hmm.
And we go to the wrestling retrospect, and
Oh,
is
you know what? I heard one more thing. It was Sam different. It was different from the regular podcast. It was him doing a timeline for the final boss.
nice,
So he wrapped it up as chapter one.
cool.
So he went through from the time he came back and then had little notes between. So you get if you have not seen it completely, I think it's an interesting thing is to hear it from his somebody who's more less biased
Yeah,
than the average person who watches. So there you go.
there you go. All right, give it a listen. And it is wrestling retrospect, and is your pick?
Uh, how many clowns are in wrestling? I don't. I'm trying to think of all the clowns I know. I know Doink, Dink,
Crazy
that
Steve,
one
I guess.
Crazy Steve's a clown. And that one girl in Stardom with the purple outfit, the sad clown face. You know what? Let's let's check out Crazy Steve. Wherefore art thou,
Crazy
Crazy
Steve.
Steve?
Okay.
Yep.
Crazy Steve.
Now that's interesting because I wonder if that has been his wrestling name the entire time.
Uh,
I don't think so, because I only know him as that in Impact slash TNA. So I wonder if he was wrestling before that. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he
his
wasn't
ring
called Crazy.
names were Crazy Steve, and Steve Scott, which is his real name.
That's pretty funny. All
He
right.
started in TNA 2014.
Oh, really? He's a TNA original.
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that. That's cool. That's cool.
he's actually blind in one eye too. Like he has like vision issues.
All right.
Um,
Let's go, Crazy Steve.
all right. I know his stuff with Decay when they first made Decay was really good, and they
Mhm.
also were part of one of the first Broken Hardy matches.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be a good one. All right, Crazy Steve is gonna be this week's Crazy Steve. He has two Z's.
He has two Z's. I didn't know that. Okay.
That's how they say
All
it.
right.
I have it on Wikipedia. All right. And we wrap it up. This is the Wrestling Battle Podcast. Thank you for listening. Follow us on all social medias. We have Twitter, Tumblr, WordPress. Well, I'm all confused. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all. Mark with the mic, SoundCloud, and Spotify. I went all off today. Sorry about that. Follow Wrestling Link.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep, yep. Peace out, laters, and always remember follow the jinkies.
He's hungry.